This one thing is the secret to scaling to $1 million a month and beyond. It's your health, and more specifically, your output and the constraints associated with you. That's why you've seen over the past year, entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg have gotten shredded, and they've been smart about it because they understand it's not about flashy training plans or the newest supplements or the craziest foods. It's about a one-time system that handles their health for them without their necessary input. There's no way Jeff Bezos is cooking his own food. Same goes for Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. They don't have time for it. Their minutes are worth what somebody's salary is in a year, and they know that. And so they have to be smarter about where their time is going. And luckily, because we're in the golden age of AI, you don't need billions of dollars to install this sort of system for yourself. Already in 2025, there are hundreds of entrepreneurs that are using the exact same system that Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and all these guys are using for a fraction of the cost. Using AI, science, and teams, this is exactly what my company does for 7+ figure online business owners. That way you're no longer bound by your constraints, your output, and your limitations. The world is at your disposal, so start treating yourself as the ultimate creator. This will enable all of that for you. First things first, let's get the myths out of the way. Biohacking coaches, trainers, and all these things do not work. The reason why they don't work is because they don't necessarily immediately increase your output. Hopping on a specific supplement stack or just doing a personal training session once a week is not going to solve your problems because this isn't a mechanism. It's like you're putting shiny tires on a car that can't run. And it's not about how nice your rims are or your tires. It's about how far is the car that you're driving going to take you. And the biggest lie that is sold by fitness influencers and fitness trainers and coaches is that your looks are the thing that matters the most. Looks are simply one subset of a multitude of facets that are a result of being optimized, like longevity, sharpness, clarity, aesthetics, strength. These are all end results of really well fine-tuned mechanisms or cars that people drive and that they install for themselves. And we work with online entrepreneurs that are mainly in their home because being in home involves a lot of your time in order to sustain what goes on in the home and keep yourself focused at your desk. And there's a clear difference between a one-time system and willpower. I'm not the one cooking all my meals every day. I don't have that sort of willpower or that sort of time, but I need to eat every day. So there's two options that I can resort to. I can spend time and effort and assets and energy and knowledge that I've cultivated over the past 5 years to create a system with a chef, a housekeeper, a doctor, and data, my data, and that system runs itself, or I can order Uber Eats. The choice is mine. I always have to choose between going in one of those two routes. So why should I have to invoke willpower out of myself when there's a smarter way to set up an output mechanism that functions on its own with a world-class team that's backed and that is supporting me? And that's essentially what we do all over the US and Canada and around the world for our 7, 8, and 9-figure clients. We set up those systems for them because ultimately every single person comes to us with a different problem. They can have severe acne, back pain, they want to put on weight, they want to lose weight, and all these things are them dealing with some substrain of inflammation. So a bottleneck in their fuel, performance, or recovery systems. We come in using the data, teams, and automation pieces so that 7, 8, 9, and 10-figure founders don't have to waste their time putting this together for themselves because their time is worth a lot more than that. And the reason why fixing your health has a direct correlation to your impact is because it's your whole substrain of your output. As a creator, as a developer, as whatever you are, your output is your health. And in order to maximize how long you can continue to have this sort of momentum or output for, there's no stones unturned when it comes down to your body or your mind. And it's really easy nowadays to just continue to push through and abuse stimulants and power through and just neglect what the body is saying. But I'm telling you, the longer that we see problems sit and are neglected, the worse they get and the more output that they reduce out of you while also lowering your life expectancy. So don't neglect your health. It's all that you have.